Hello, welcome you all. Myself Deepmala Meena, Assistant Professor in Physics, Government College, Kota. Today we are going to discuss about dynamics of rigid bodies. This is our first lecture regarding this topic. Now, let us start with dynamics. What is dynamics of rigid bodies and also what is rigid body? Okay. Firstly, it is the study of the motion in space of one or several bodies in which deformation is negligible. This is the definition of rigid body dynamics. This is a study of motion in space of one or several bodies in which deformation is negligible. Now, what is rigid body? A rigid body is defined as a body on which the distance between two points never changes. Means it remains constant whatever be the force applied on it. So what is rigid body? In which distance between any 2 points remains constant, or we can say the body which does not deform under the influence of forces is known as rigid body. Thus, a rigid body is a body with a perfectly definite and unchanging shape. Means it is not having any change in shape because the distance between 2 points remains constant. But in real life, there would be some force under which the body start to deform. Means no real body is truly a rigid body, because when we exert a force, then there will be a deformation in the body. So there is no real truly rigid body in real life, but the real bodies deform under the influence of external forces. But in many situations, the real body can be assumed to be rigid if relative displacement among the particles or deformation is negligible. If we can take the displacement among the particles negligible, then real body can be assumed to form. Okay, now we will take motion of rigid body. The two types of motion rigid body have. What are these motions? First, translational motion, and the second is rotational motion. Now, what is translational motion? The motion with the help of which a body moves from one point to another point in space is called translational motion. Okay? And what is rotational motion? The motion of a body, rigid body, which takes place in such a way that all of its particles move in circles about an axis with a common angular velocity. This is called rotational motion. The rotation of particle about a fixed point in space. Now, rotational motion occurs if every particle in the rigid body moves in a circle about a single line. This line is called the axis of rotation. Also, in rotational motion, different particles of the body moves in circular paths of different radii. Means each particle have a circle with a different radius. Okay, the planes of these circular paths are always perpendicular to the axis of rotation. The radius vector from axis of rotation to all particles undergo the same angular displacement in the same time. Thus, the angular velocity of all particles of the rigid body is same, but the linear velocity is different for different particles. Now, what is angular momentum for the body? The moment of linear momentum of a particle about a fixed point is called angular momentum. The physical significance of angular momentum in rotational motion is the same as the linear momentum in translational motion. In vector form, it is represented by J, and we write for the angular momentum expression, J equals to R cross P or Rp sin theta n cap. Okay, here n cap is the unit vector. The direction of J will be along the axis of rotation according to the right hand screw law. What is torque? Torque is the measure of the force that can cause an object to rotate about an axis. Force is what causes an object to accelerate in linear kinematics. Similarly, torque is what causes an angular acceleration. Hence, torque can be defined as the rotational equivalent of linear force. What is torque? It is defined as the linear rotational equivalent of linear force. The point where the object rotates is called the axis of rotation. In physics, torque is simply the tendency of a force to turn or twist. Different terminologies such as moment or moment of force are interchangeable used to describe torque, and it is defined by tau, and also tau equals to R cross F, where F is force and equals to Rf sin theta n k. The direction of tau will be along the axis of rotation according to the right hand screw law. So we can say that direction of J and tau are the same along the axis of rotation, and if R and F are perpendicular to each other, then torque will be maximum because we have tau equals to Rf sin theta. If both will be perpendicular, then theta will be 90 and sin 90 equals to 1. This will be the maximum value of sin theta. So torque will be maximum. So it is clear that the above discussion, that more the perpendicular distance of the linear line of action of force from the axis of rotation is, more will be torque. Now we will take equation of motion for a rigid body. As we know that the rate of change of angular momentum of a particle about a fixed point is called torque about that point. Means this is rate of change of angular momentum dj upon dt, because j is angular momentum, is equal to tau, which is our torque. Above equation means this equation is called equation of rotational motion of a rigid body, where j is total angular momentum of a system of many particles and tau is the total torque. Now, if a rigid body is rotating about a fixed axis of rotation with an angular velocity omega, then what we have? Angular momentum j equals to I omega, where omega is angular velocity and I is moment of inertia. What is this moment of inertia? We write this moment of inertia as I equals to mr square, or if we take particles I equals to 1 to n, then we have mi square. This mi square is the moment of inertia of ith particle, and over the summation we can get the moment of inertia for body. By putting this value here in this equation, we have tau equals to dj upon dt. By putting j equals to I omega, we get the equation d upon dt I omega, or we can write I d omega upon dt, or I alpha, where what is alpha? Alpha equals to this t omega upon dt, which is angular acceleration of the rigid body. So we can say that this equation tau equals to I alpha is equivalent to an equation in translational motion. What we have equation? F equals to ma. This equation is equivalent to this type of equation. If we take torque acting on the body is 0. If we take tau equals to 0, then what we have? I d omega upon dt equals to 0, or as we know I can never be equal to 0. So means if we have I equals to mr square, if there are particles with having their vector r, then it will not be 0. Then what term will be 0? D omega upon dt equals to 0 or omega equals to constant, because we are having I equals to mr square. If particle having mass m and also its vector from the origin r also exists, then I equals to mr square and it will not be 0. So we will take the term d omega upon dt equals to 0. So omega equals to constant. Thus it is clear that in absence of external torque, angular velocity of the rigid body rotating about its axis of rotation remains constant. So here this is, we know, mr square. If we take r, means particle is moving having their radius vector r or mi square, then when r will be 0, then I will be 0. If there is some value of r and also particle is m, then I will be not 0. So we have taken here d omega upon dt equals to 0. Now if moment of inertia of rigid body is varying, then in absence of external torque, h omega increases, I decreases and vice versa. Means there will be this relation. So means in absence of external torque, when omega increases, then I decreases and vice versa. Means if omega decreases, I increases. So following conclusions can be drawn from the above discussion. First, torque is always needed in order to change the angular momentum J. And second, the rate of change of angular momentum of a rigid body rotating about a fixed axis is equal to the external torque. Okay. Now, thank you.